Hello, Albert. How you doing? How you doing? Good morning. What do you eat the Tide Pod whole, or you suck the blue? Who is eating Tide Pods? What the hell are you talking about? Who doing that? I don't do that. Who the hell eating Tide Pods? Your cat. Hello, noob. Hello, weird orange thing. I'm not eating no damn Tide Pods. I will eat chitlins before I eat Tide Pods. I will eat pig feet before I eat Tide Pods. Y'all keep that to yourself. I'm not doing it. Y'all keep that to yourself. I'm not doing that. I'm not eating no Tide Pod. That must be a TikTok thing. Y'all be doing some strange stuff. Ain't nobody doing that. Let me turn this up. Oh, shoot. Mm-hmm. Eating Tide Pods? Why are you eating that? Hey, Beanie. Good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Mm-hmm. I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. I'm just I'm working from home today. How are you doing? I'm working from home and just going through day by day, trying to figure out, trying to keep my mind busy while all this crazy stuff is going on in the world. Just, I don't know how we all working while all this stuff is going on, but I don't know. Has anybody watched the movie Straw? Let me know. Let me know if you've seen the movie Straw yet. That's all I'm doing. Oh. Oh shit. Oh my God. It has been oh, that looks crazy. I don't know what I call myself doing. Oh, that looks wild. That's okay. We don't care. We're working from home today. We don't care. I don't care. Oh. It has been a crazy weekend. And I'm broke out on my cheeks. I don't know what I did, and I don't know what I ate. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I hope everybody's having a good morning. Having a good morning so far. Even though there's a lot of craziness going on, we're going to have to be distracted. We're going to have to be distracted because it's so much craziness going on right now. So much. All this craziness that's going on in the world is all because people won't, all because of two things: control and people just not understanding that there are people in this world that are different from you. And it's not a bad thing to have different people. It's not a bad thing. Hello, OM, how you doing? What's going on? How's it going? How's your day? How's your morning? It's raining. Oh, that's not good. Do you get to sleep in or you gotta go to work? Hello, Karen. How you doing? Yeah, we have to be distracted. We have to. You just got back. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. We have to be distracted. We have to concentrate on ourselves because this world is crazy. I'm great. I'm great. I'm just figuring. I'm trying to figure out how we are still working every day, knowing that there's so much. How are people functioning and working when so much craziness is going on? I just, I don't get it. I don't know how we all functioning, but we are. So, I mean, still planning your vacations, still planning your time off, still go do the things you want to do, regardless of what's going on. Still do your thing. Oh, I gotta put my vitamin. Now, this is my vitamin D patch. I put this on. I gotta put this on. Vitamin D. Yeah, it's nuts. I don't know how we do it. I absolutely don't know how we do it. At work, when I'm in the office, don't nobody say nothing about nothing. When I'm at home, working from home, nobody says anything about the state of the world. I guess we're not supposed to talk about it at work, of course, but there's nothing. There's nothing from the head, the top of the executive. They're not saying anything. They're not saying if you need anybody to talk to, reach out to us. Or nobody's saying nothing. We just going along about our day. It is crazy. It's absolutely crazy to be working when you got the missiles going on, which to the young people is very it's just they can't believe it. The younger people are like, what the F is going on? I mean, why? They can't believe it. And it's being televised, that they're putting those missiles over there and there's this conflict back and forth and it's just craziness. And then on top of that, you got people being deported. You got the media not reporting on stuff, and then you got the racism factor still going. I mean, just absolute craziness. Just absolute crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. Now, at first, we were all what? People were mad about gas prices and eggs and all that talk went out the window. There ain't no talk about. I haven't heard nobody complain about no damn eggs, no gas, and none of that shit. Ain't nobody complain about that. That is silence on that. Now it's it is a whole different conversation now. Now it's just absolute craziness. It's just, I don't get it. My question is, what do people want? What do you really want? Are you really that stressed about eggs? But shouldn't you be more concerned about human life? I don't know. It's funny because there are so many things that connect us together, that make us all, connected. But then there's just some parts of life that just people don't want to understand. They don't want to connect. It's very odd. Very, very odd. Very strange times. It's like By now, you should love everybody. By now, as long as we've been all together for this period of time, you should have already met black people. You should have at least met somebody different than you. Everybody should have at least met somebody that doesn't look like you. By now, you work with these people, you grocery shop with different people, when you go out, when you go to the movie theater, it's all different types of people in the movie theater with you. You should be comfortable by now. It shouldn't be a hard concept that there are different people than you. It shouldn't be that hard of a idea. It just makes me mad. I get mad every day. But then, now the funny part is, the crazy part is, it's just, no, I'm not going to say that. All I know is, we need to do better. We need to do better. We need to treat people with respect. We need to be nicer to each other, give each other grace. Why don't I go out here? I do go out and have fresh air. I go walk the trails around where I live. Stuff like that. I go outside. But not right now. I'm about to work. I'm about to work. I'm about to start working in a few minutes. I do go outside. You got to. You got to go outside to get away from social media and stuff. Nothing really. I'm just talking about the state of the world and everything that's going on, all the craziness that's going on out here. Because some of these kids are kind of amazed by what's going on, all these missile attacks and all this war stuff, and they just can't believe it. It's like, this is what America does all the time. This is what happens. This is what happens when people just don't sit down and have a conversation. Just sit down. Sit down and talk it out. I don't understand that. Just sit down and have a conversation. Why you gotta go blow for blow? Why you gotta, why you gotta kill innocent people? Why you gotta do all that? Just sit down and have a conversation. And art and fighting over stuff you really don't own. Nobody owns anything. Fighting a old argument, past year, or just old stuff. Fighting over old stuff. It makes absolutely no sense. It makes me so mad. Just sit down, have a conversation to work your issues out instead of having innocent people die for nothing. Die for nothing. It's crazy. These people need to get a grip. You know what? When 9/11 happened, when 9/11 happened, I was staying with my friend. I was staying with my friend, and I was I was doing my hair, and I was in the bathroom doing my hair, and I was at her house temporarily because I was staying I was staying somewhere and it didn't work out, so I stayed with my friend. But her house wasn't the best conditions it wasn't the best conditions. I didn't last long. But that day I was in the bathroom doing my hair, getting all ready and all that, about to go somewhere, and all of a sudden I heard her scream. I said, "What's going on?" I went in there, and by the time I got to the TV, the second building had been hit with a plane. My mind was like, is this really happening? Is this really did an airplane just go into that damn building? I just couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God. And I'm like, is this gonna happen all over the country? What's going on? Who mad enough to do that? It was just so bizarre. It was a bizarre day. And the crazy part is you still gotta go to work. You still gotta go pick up your kids from the daycare. You still gotta, go on about your day. Like, it's like, how can you go about your day when you know that there were people at the very top of those buildings and couldn't get down fast enough to get out of there? People falling out the building, the whole nine. Yeah. It was unreal. It was just a crazy moment. It was just, and then the people on the TV, the news people, they reporting it like a movie or something. It's like, this ain't no damn movie. This is really innocent people that died for no reason. Just absolutely, it was just crazy. And then the aftermath of the people that did survive around that area, and they have to deal with all the health issues years and years later. The cancer and all this kind of crazy stuff. Hello, Steve. Good morning. So 9/11 was like a wake-up call, but nothing stopped. Everything just kept going. They're like, well, 9/11 happened, but we just gonna have better controls when it comes to being at the airport and all that stuff. We're gonna have tighter controls and all that. Good morning, Joe. So 9/11 was crazy. That was crazy. I've had some crazy moments. I mean, some crazy things happen as I've went through this whole technology and whatever kind of phase. From the start of the internet, from the OJ car chase and the Rodney King beating and the 9/11 and all this crazy stuff, and nothing ever stopped. It just kept going. Life just kept going. It's like, did we ever get a time to rest and think about all these things that's happening? We never got no type of mental rest. I'm showing my age. We went through all these things, and nobody really prepared us for all this stuff, and nobody asked us if we okay, or We didn't even get trained on. We didn't even get trained on technology. It just happened. We didn't get trained on no internet. It just appeared one day, and here we are. It's just funny. It's just funny to me how all this stuff just keep going and going and going, and we have not had a mental break from none of it. It's just ongoing stress, trauma, craziness. No break. We all probably should be in therapy, to be honest. I mean, we all should be in some type of therapy from all the stuff we've seen, done, everything. Yeah. That's true. We do dominate this internet thing. Some days I'm like, should we even have internet? Or I wouldn't care if it disappeared, really, because the internet causes people, not to communicate, not to really interact with people. People now have such a hard time having real conversations in person because of the internet and stuff like that. So the internet is a gift and a curse. Not touch grass. The people do need to go outside and do stuff, because you need a human connection. You need to be outside. You can't always be sitting behind a computer complaining, trolling. That's not good for your mental health. When we didn't have no internet, when we didn't have, good morning, Wes. When we didn't have no internet, we were just outside going to people's house, talking to people, calling people on the phone. What you doing? I ain't doing nothing. Oh, well, come on through. We went outside. We enjoyed each other's company. We laughed a lot. Even though we were dealing with a lot of challenges in life, we still was laughing and going outside, talking to people, talking to each other, all kind of stuff. And these people don't do that now. Hello, Harm Dog. How you doing? Not drinking from the water hole. Yeah, we used to have a lot of fun just living. Our summers, as a young person, compared to what you see young people do now, they don't do anything. Our summers as a young person were just filled with fun, laughing, walking, talking, seeing boys down the street, and all your friends be like, oh, we gotta walk down there because that's where the boys are and stuff. Oh, I don't want to walk down there. We don't want to walk down there because so and so. We used to have so much fun, just laughing, acting the fool, doing stupid stuff, enjoying your summer nights, laughing until you had to go home. Not chilling like a villain. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, Wes. I miss those days too, because it was interesting. It was, I don't know, it was just different, very different type of, the real thing is we was all getting along, even though in our mind, even though on paperwork, we divided. You know, you live in a better neighborhood than me, or you live here, and all that kind. On paperwork, we were divided, but in school, in the streets, for the most part, a lot of people got along. A lot of people got along, and we were getting over a lot of hurdles. We were getting over so many challenges and stuff like that. You know, black people started to rise up and, you know, get more opportunities, get better jobs. Things were starting to, you know, get in motion. You know, moving to better neighborhoods. Be like, oh man, what happened to you, mom? Man, I don't live down in the hood no more. I don't live down there no more. You know, I live in the suburbs. You know, everybody trying to get to a better place, and you know, and all that, meeting all these hurdles and all this kind of stuff. Things was getting better. And at some point, I don't know what happened, but at some point, everybody was like, oh no. No, 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 no. You can't be here. You can't have this. No, 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 no. I don't know at what point that people wanted to roll things back as things were progressing and getting better, and at some point people wanted to slow everything down again and roll stuff back. And now here we are at a point of people want to roll stuff all the way back to hell. The grandbabies. I'm just like, we were doing so good. The TV shows were popping back then. You started to see a lot of black families on TV. You started to see things just mixed together. Everybody just understanding, learning from each other, and all this kind of stuff. And just at some point, it just came to a halt. And now we at a point of just either we're going to get along or we just going to hate each other forever. I mean, it's at that point right now. Either we're going to have to unite or we just going to hate each other forever. I mean, that's where we are. Yeah, all those sitcoms back then were great. They taught you, you know, they taught you valuable lessons about other people being different than you. All this training, all this mental training we went through with the TV shows and stuff to teach you, you know, accept this person just because they got. I mean, you need to accept this person. This person is no different than you just because they got a disability, just because they from a different place, just because they talk different. We learn all this stuff through sitcoms. They explained it so well. All the controversial topics, they brought it through our TV and, you know, teaching us how to be equal and better and all this kind of stuff. But now, I don't know what has happened. We've turned into a clickbait nation of just mindless, illiterate people. Okay? Just our attention span is trash, and just nobody doing no critical thinking, none of that. And all that stuff went out the window. The truth. The people just cannot handle the truth. You tell them that the sky is blue, people want to debate you now. Well, technically it's not blue, you know. It has an undertone of, what are you talking about? We all agreed it's blue, it's blue, it's blue, it's blue, it's blue. And now you have all these people that think otherwise. Yeah, there you go. It's just a very crazy time that we're in, that we actually have went all the way backwards, all the way, just trying to undo all the progress. We spend so much, it's funny and sad at the same. We spend so much time with these pamphlets teaching you how to respect people, the TV shows, the cartoons showing you how to be nice and all this kind of stuff. We've spent so much time investing in how to be better, how to accept people, how to be better with your money, how to be how school is important, and investing in school and going to college. We spend so much time and money investing in all these ideas and all this kind of stuff. Building community. We've spent so much time on this, and now for some reason these people want to stop it and roll things back to hell. I really don't understand that. Why we spend so much time trying to get over hurdles? Why in the world do you want to roll back years and years and years of progress? It makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense. I don't know. I didn't go to the, what's it called, Scholastic Book Club. When they used to have them Scholastic book, what you call them things, them book things at your school, where you can buy your fancy pencils and your bookmarks and your books. I ain't spend all my time doing that and money, trying to get money together to read books about diversity and all that kind of stuff for everybody to undo what I've learned. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I just it's very frustrating. People don't understand where, and I think some of these people just don't. I think Gen X needs to be more outspoken. Needs to talk more. We need to talk more. The boomers, they've already had their say. They've already talked. They've already lived life. Gen X needs to stand up and just talk to the young people, the younger people. Gen X needs to get stand on business and talk about all the things that we went through. We went through a lot. We were programmed. Okay? We were programmed. Hello, Fox Guy. We were programmed to be independent. We were programmed to be diverse, to understand diversity. All this, we were programmed to do that. Yeah, Joe. We were programmed to be better than our parents, to be more understanding, be tough. We were programmed to deal with criticism and all. We were bullied to. A lot of kids were bullied into being better people. Okay. We went through the fire. I'm Mr. Cool. Oh, okay, Mr. Cool. What's your channel about? We went through the fire. Okay, we went through the fire at Gen X. So Gen X needs to get out and get the message out and tell their stories and talk more about your trauma and all the stuff you went through and why we can't just roll back progress like that. It's just insanity. So I'm advocating for all Gen X to get out there, tell your stories, talk about your trauma, you need to talk about it so these younger people understand why we went through what we went through. And then really you need to tell the older people, sit down. Just sit down, be quiet. You've already done enough. Okay? Let us be the storytellers now. Let us do what we need to do to get these younger people to understand that diversity is great. You know, diversity is good for your soul. It builds character within you. Being around different people, it makes you, it shapes your perspective. You know, it gives you I don't know, diversity just helps you be a better person. It helps you just understand, you know, different people and all that kind of stuff. And it's interesting. It's fun. Who wants to be around the same people that look like you every single day? Yeah, teach your kids music. You know, when my daughter was born, I raised her on my music. Her favorite artist was Michael Jackson. She loved Michael Jackson. Became obsessed with Michael Jackson. And I raised her on Baby Einstein videos. I worked at the school district, and so I was working in the library section, that managing data of the library, and I came across some Baby Einstein videos. And I said, wow, I said, these videos are expensive in the store. I said, I would love to have me, you know, some videos. And then one day, my co-workers came to me and gave me a stack of Baby Einstein videos to take home, you know, from the library. So I said, I can take these? They're like, yeah. So I took that big old stack. I had her watching that stuff every day. Every day she was watching it. Every day, the Baby Einstein, the Mozart, the classical music in the videos and stuff, exposing her to all that kind of stuff. I couldn't afford to go to an opera and all that, but through those videos and stuff, it taught her about classical music, taught her about math, all kind of stuff. Exposure to those things. There you go. We feel a vibe. There you go. That's why it's so important to teach your kids just different things, so that they can just, you know, they start to ask questions and they start to wonder. And that's another thing that we're missing. We're missing imagination and wonder and curiosity, basically. We are definitely missing that from today. There's no curiosity. There's no wonder. Everybody wants things to be given to them, told to them. You know, they're these kids nowadays, they can't come up with their own unique stories, their own unique things. Not an orchestra, not God's hair. Yeah, I never been to none stuff like that, but it's like, I don't know. We used to have a lot of imagination. These kids don't have that. We used to want to be things. You know, I want to be a scientist. I want to be a piano player. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a cop. I want to be I want to be a lawyer, doctor. The school used to make you dream of these things, you know, with all the little book reports. Write your report about what you want to be and all this kind of stuff. We used to dream and want and no sympathy. No, I haven't been to none of that. Nope. Mm-mm. No, I've been to plays. That's the only thing I've been to. I've been to plays. So I've been to stuff like that, but no orchestra, no none of that stuff. Ain't been no opera, none of that. There are certain things in life I need to do before I get too old or before time pass me by. There's a whole bunch of stuff I need to do. Mm-hmm. Stuff I need to do. I need to get out here and do stuff. I wish the young people would get out here and do stuff too. They don't go to plays either. They don't go to plays. They don't go to museums and art galleries and stuff like that. It's like, how you gonna know anything if you don't go do at least some of this stuff? The Dallas Symphony, that's what I'm talking about. That sounds like a plan. I'm supposed to be going to Texas soon. I don't know when. I don't know the exact date, but I'm supposed to be going there. Hopefully I have fun. I don't know what to do in Texas, to be honest, but and I don't even know what part of Texas I'm going to. Right now, me and my friend, we trying to find a resort in Texas, a resort to go to in Texas. So we'll see. Oh, really? Sounds nice. Yeah, I like different experiences. And see, I went to the most recent thing I went to that was interesting was the slave museum in Ohio, in Cincinnati. That was different. Look around South Padre. I went to the slave museum, and that was an interesting place. Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to look into that. Because we really trying to find somewhere to go to have fun. Because I got to do something this summer. I don't know what. I didn't really plan any. I wasn't going to plan anything really, but I need a break. I need a break, so go somewhere and have fun. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into all of that. Cause I haven't been to no beaches in years. I haven't been anywhere really. And I've been working. That's it. Just go to work. Just go to work. But now we at a time where I need a break. I need a break from the craziness. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Not dip your toes in the Gulf. Thug shake. You know we ain't doing no thug shake here. Amateur. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I need to get my bathing suit on, have some fun. Drink me some margaritas and not care about what's going on. I need that break. I need that vacation time. I might go in July to Texas in July. I think that's a good time to go. Wait. When's hurricane season? No, wait. When's hurricane season and stuff like that? Because I don't want to go nowhere down south where y'all be having these hurricanes and all this crazy stuff. I ain't got time for that. Because right now, oh boy, fired all the people from the weather service and all that kind of stuff. So nobody's gonna know when a hurricane coming. It's gone already. Hurricane season gone? Are you sure? Hurricane season ain't gone, is it? I don't know about that. Is it gone? Is it really gone? Oh, it's going on. Okay, well then I'm good to go. That's good to know because I ain't got time to be swept up by no waves. I cannot swim in no ocean. I will give in to the water. The sharks will just eat me down. I ain't got time for that. So that's good news. That's good. Then I can go down there. Now I'm thinking about my friend. She wants to drive down there, but I'm not a road trip person. I am not it. I don't do road trips. I don't like it. I'm trying to convince her, let's just take a airplane trip down there. Get down there real quick and enjoy your time. I don't want to be sitting in no car for no hours, driving from state to state to get there. I don't feel like doing that. But then I might miss out on Buc-ee's. No, I'm still going. I'm going to convince her to fly. I don't want to. It's hot. Like how hot? What do you mean, like 80 degrees, 90 degrees? Hello, Herm Dog. Good morning. You enjoy seeing the sights. I mean, it's nice, but I don't want to be stuck in a car, and I don't want to have to drive too, because we might have to take turns driving. I'm not the kind of person you want driving. Not long distance. Yeah, I gotta get to the Buc-ee's. I gotta get to that Buc-ee's. 113 degrees. Turn the lights off. Oh, y'all need to turn y'all lights off. 113 degrees. Oh no, that's too much. That's too much. That's too hot for me. 80 degrees. Wow. How are y'all surviving in that kind of heat? You mean today? It's like 113 degrees? That'd be crazy. A 113 degrees, you might as well just take a vacation up north. Because why is it so hot? Sunday was Father's Day. Yeah. I ain't hardly see no Father's Day post. $109. It's 82 degrees now. It's 7:30. Oh no. Nope. Mm-mm. That's too hot. That's too hot. You won't see me in Arizona. You won't see me there. I'll do the little Texas thing, but I'm not gonna be out in no heat. Not like that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm at the I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I'm gonna have to bring me a fan. It sounds so hot. I might have to take a road trip, to be honest, so I can bring me a fan. Or I'll just buy a fan when I'm down there. Cause I can't be hot. I can't do heat. Now that Arizona is wretched. 80s is for the night. Damn, at nighttime is 80. That's too much. That's too much for me. That's too hot. How you breathe? How you think straight? How you not hallucinate? If it's that hot at nighttime, I ain't got time. That's too hot. I know that's right. You better keep that air pumping. Keep that air on and pumping. That's too hot. Not at night. I can't do night hot. The night heat. Not Jesus. Had to keep me an ice bucket by my side. Your electric bill's why? 300 to 350. No, that's too much. That's too high. Down here in Indiana, our bills are like $100 something. Sounds cheap. Now, how much you paying, Joe? If that sounds cheap to you, how you must be paying like $500. Y'all may have to get together. You got solar panel. Oh, that's why. That sounds good. You got them solar panel. 750. 750. $750? You mean 75 whole dollars? 750 whole dollars? You need to get a coupon. You need a coupon. You need a coupon. You need to be on the budget plan. You need to call them up and tell them you want to be put on the budget. 750, that's too damn high. That's a car payment nowadays. 750. I don't know about that one. If it got that high, I don't know. I had to steal my neighbor's power or something like that, or I had to invent some type of electricity for myself. Cause 750. That's too high. That is absolutely too high. 750. Pray for y'all. Y'all need to be fighting about that. Yeah, you right. You right. In Indiana, you can rent a small apartment still to this day for at least $800. And you talking about that's just for the damn air conditioner. That's crazy. Just for the electric bill to be $750. That's too much. That's way too much. But anyway, I got to go to work. You live in Kokomo. Yeah, it's cheap. We don't have those kind of prices. Hey, woo woo, you just see you came too late. I'm about to get off because I gotta start working. In Indiana, our prices, even though we have some high-end apartments that's like $3,000 a month, you could still find you an apartment for $700 to $800 a month. You can find one. Now, is it going to be the greatest neighborhood? Probably not. But you can get it. You can get you an apartment that's cheap. But, oh, y'all crazy paying them prices. But anyway, like, share, subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Have a great day. Enjoy your morning. Enjoy your air conditioner that y'all paying almost $1,000 for. Enjoy your day. Okay? Walk around with a spray water bottle or something. Okay? Y'all out there in 100-degree weather. I'm pray for y'all. I'm sitting in the air conditioning. I'm pray for y'all and y'all heat. And don't have a heat stroke. Bye. Bye, everybody. Ain't no way in here I'm paying $750.